Welcome back everyone to the Full Tilt Forecast, where we bring you the latest updates in gaming news. I'm your host Taro, and we're going to just jump into what we missed over the weekend. Let's get tilted. Last Friday, Activision made a blog post on their website celebrating Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, selling over 2 million copies in less than 2 weeks. In the post, they discussed what an honor it had been to work with the creators of Dark Souls, From Software, a Tokyo-based game developer. Activision highlights the intense level of difficulty not seen in other games that From Software is able to deliver, practically defining a new genre in gaming commonly referred to as Soulsborne games, in honor of their first title. The difficulty found in Sekiro has become a highly discussed topic lately in gaming media, as games journalists have flooded the internet with desperate requests to implement an easy mode into the game. Understandably so, as these journalists are under immense pressure from their publishers to release games reviews within a strict deadline, requiring them to reflect on as much content as they can possibly complete. But they are not gamers by choice, rather trade, and so when the going gets tough, they ask for a shortcut. Gamers who oppose an easy mode change have started quoting a line from the previous Sekiro game to meme on journalists' requests. The quote goes, "You cheated not only the game, but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve. You took a shortcut and gained nothing." And when applied to the game, it becomes apparent that From Software has no intention of implementing an easy mode, else it would detract from the growing experience a high learning curve offers. The sales numbers don't lie either, as there is clearly a demand for this type of gaming experience and players are willing to rise to the challenge put in front of them. After playing the game myself, it's not really my cup of tea, but I don't need a charity mode to help me overcome the skill barrier with ease. Have you played Sekiro? What do you find most difficult about the game? Let us know down below in the comments. Don't you worry now, as that's not all in the meme department today, with Chipotle announcing their own esports tournament. They've currently been making their brand known within the esports industry by partnering with DreamHack and ESL, both of whom host some of the world's most popular competitive gaming events. Right now, they are only trying to get some level of visibility through these partnerships, as they cater the events and give players a chance to refuel in between games. Don't sleep on that bomb catering though, because the difference between a mediocre event and an amazing event can sometimes come down to that delicious corn tortilla with steak and shredded cheese. The three companies announced their plans to host a tournament dubbed the Chipotle Challenger Series, with fans being able to compete at DreamHack Dallas and Atlanta, with the goal of lowering the barrier of entry into competitive gaming. Winners can expect prizes like merchandise, cash, and a year's supply of Chipotle. God damn, that's a lot of Chipotle. If you're a big Chipotle fan, this might be your chance to snag a steady supply of burritos and guac. I love to see those unexpected partnerships between the esports and well-known brands. Things that come to mind are Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew sponsorship in events like MLG and the CSGO Mountain Dew League, respectively. Huge name brands throwing their hat into the esports ring goes a long way in legitimizing the sport, and I'm excited to see what other corporate sponsorships we can see in gaming that aren't already involved in the industry. I'm hoping to see a lot more highly respected brands continue to push esports into the spotlight. And finally, we have a humongous trailer drop over the weekend, with EA giving us the official announcement for Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order, with the video hitting #1 trending on YouTube this past weekend. The game is being developed by Respawn Entertainment, who have recently come into the limelight with their take on the BR genre, Apex Legends, reaching meteoric success and hitting 100 million players within its first month of release. Fallen Order is slated for a November 19th, 2019 release date, promising players a look into the dark times immediately following the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. If you have played Respawn's Titanfall series, then you know they're no strangers when it comes to delivering a stellar, story-driven campaign that is backed with superb gameplay. So I have no doubt that they will be able to do the Star Wars universe and fanbase justice by providing a narrative experience that is second to none. So far, what we know about the game is that it follows the actions of a fledgling Jedi, Cal Kestis, who narrowly escaped the onslaught of Order 66 that was shown in the third film. Game director Stig Asmussen says that he and his team are excited to work with Lucasfilm by exploring the otherwise unknown events that occurred between the prequel and original trilogies. He goes on to comment about the combat within the game, assuring players that it will be melee intensive, with a high focus on lightsaber battles. The most noteworthy aspect of this announcement, however, is the fact that EA is releasing a single-player game with no multiplayer and no microtransactions. That's right, we finally may get a taste of a fully realized game at release, the likes of which we have not seen since the late 2000s. If you want to hear more news about the surrounding Fallen Order as the release approaches, go ahead and click that subscribe button and ding the bell to make sure you don't miss out on our daily uploads. Well, that's all I have for us today, as we're off to a great start of the week with some very promising news coming out over the weekend. I'm looking forward to what else we will see as the week develops. Be sure to join us for that, and remember, stay tilted, baby.